This year, every team in every class makes the playoffs. It doesn't matter what your record was. You could have not won a game all season long. This year, you have a spot in the playoffs. Plus, I'll break down what tonight's game between the Albia Blue Demons and the Saydale Eagles means for next week's playoff matchups. Las Vegas has Wisconsin as a 2.5-point favorite in this game. So odds makers in Vegas think that Wisconsin, although unranked, is 2.5 points better today than the Hawkeyes, even though they're ranked number 16 in the nation. Not only is it senior night here at Schaefer Stadium, it's also a very interesting head coaching matchup. You have Brian Goodvin, the head coach of the Ottumwa Bulldogs, going up against his son, Adam Goodvin, the head coach of the Marshalltown Bobcats. Now, I spoke with both of these coaches earlier in the week, and they tell me they haven't really been speaking a whole lot just in preparation for this game. Bad news for Iowa and Iowa State fans. There will not be a 2020 edition of the Cy-Hawk rivalry. The last time these two teams didn't meet in the regular season was 1976. That's almost 50 years ago. Now, Maddox Jones was really the engine for this Cardinal offense. He leads the team in passing yards, rushing yards, and touchdowns. But from where I was sitting, the Cardinal offense didn't really miss a beat. Blaine Bryant did well. He ran for a couple scores, threw for a couple scores. According to the Big Ten Conference, when two teams have the same amount of losses but a different amount of wins, the head-to-head matchup becomes the tiebreaker. And as we know, Iowa lost to Northwestern earlier in the season. For the second year in a row, Brian Goodvin and his Ottumwa Bulldogs will face off against his son, Adam Goodvin, and his Marshalltown Bobcats. The game wasn't on the original schedule, but after COVID-19 related changes, the rematch was set.
This year we come out, we're not on the schedule. We continue to, bounce ideas off of each other and do those types of things. And then all of a sudden, late August, they decide, hey, we're going to throw that schedule away. Here's a new schedule. Lo and behold, there's Marshalltown coming to Ottumwa again.
At first, the father-son duo wanted to avoid having each other on the schedule because last year, knowing they would eventually play each other, they didn't really talk much.
We don't talk a whole lot when we know we're going to play each other, but here recently when we got put on each other's schedules, we've stopped talking, and it'll be fun. It's special, but once the opening kickoff starts, it's just like any other game.
Both Brian and Adam played football for Ottumwa in their high school days, but for Adam, it's the second time he'll be returning to his alma mater as an opposing head coach.
It'll be fun to go back to Schaefer Stadium, have a lot of my own personal memories there, and obviously it looks a lot different than the last time, when I played there, but it'll be fun to to experience another football game there, and obviously I'm very familiar with a lot of the coaches there, and it'll be a fun night.
And while they'll be enemies on Friday night, they'll have the memory of these games to hang on to forever.
He's done a great job at Marshalltown. He's got, he'll have them prepared. I know that, and proud of him for leading them in the way that he's done. He's been a great role model for them.
The both of us might look back on it later on down the road and see how special it is, and be able to talk about that and share memories. So, but this week we've got to treat it like any other game.
Last year, the Bulldogs fell 26-14. Brian Goodvin says his team will need to play a full 4 quarters as they look to even the series. I'm James Barrickman, KYOU News for You.